guys, welcome back to Granya's Home and Kitchen. So guys, today I'm going to do a roast pork. I'm going to try making almost like a risotto rice with mushrooms and basmati rice and chicken stock. So hopefully that will work out. And again, I'm not following any recipes, so I'm just going to wing it. So let's hope it turns out okay. Okay guys, I'm not even sure if I told you I was doing a pork tenderloin in the introduction, but anyway, we have a pork tenderloin here. I have some spring herb Italian dressing by Renee's, which is like so good. And I also have my Italian dressing. Oh my gosh, here we go. Okay, there was somebody at the door there. Okay, so I'm going to put in just a little bit of, more than I wanted to put in, guys. I didn't want to put that much in. I should have measured it with maybe a tablespoon or something like that. But anyway, I'm going to toss my pork in. Now you can do this with chicken as well, guys. It's just I happen to have pork out for tonight's dinner. And some of my seasoning. Just quickly over that. You can let it marinate if you want. I don't have time to do that because I'm going to cook the dinner now. But anyway, that is my seasoned meat. Now, we're going to use the air fryer, guys, for this. Let me take out all my pots. And actually, so I'm just going to put in my inner pot. Remember, we always have to use our inner pot. Now, I'm just going to try and take off some of that. I'm going to lay my pork tenderloin into my fryer. I tell you guys, I have some editing to do on this. I'm making a right racket here. Okay, so I have my lid. So we're going to put in our pork tenderloin. We're going to put on our lid. So guys, I'm going to air fry this for 10 minutes. I'm going to turn it. Then I'm going to air fry for a further 10 minutes. And then I'm going to check and see if it's done. So air fry. It's already set for 10 minutes and I'm going to make it 380 degrees. Oh no, that's the time. I'm going to make it 380 degrees and I'm going to hit start. Okay guys, so I will be back to you when I'm turning it and then we'll see how we're going from there. Okay guys, so you can see it's now counting down. So actually guys, I could have set it for 20 minutes and it would have beeped and asked me to turn it, because at 4 minutes to go it beeped and asked me to turn. So you could do it either way. Next time I will just do 20 minutes and then it will remind me when to turn. My mushrooms and my rice are ready, although they're going to be another few minutes before they go in. Okay, so that's 10 minutes. Now I'm going to turn it. And roast it on the other side. And start. Now I think I will have to do it longer than 20 minutes actually. So we shall see how we get on. Okay guys, so that 10 minutes is now up. Let's have a look. Oh, look at how crispy it's looking. I'm just going to check and see how close we are to being cooked. Nice pork. Okay, so we still have a bit to go. Can you see there? Okay, so actually I'm going to do another 10 minutes, guys, and then I'm going to check it again. That's the final 10 minutes. And as you can see, I wasn't using the stand. I was just putting my cover down. So I'm going to wrap this in foil now until the rice is cooked. So even if it's still a little rare, it'll be fine by the time the dinner's ready. So it actually looks perfect. So I'm going to now wrap it in foil and I'm going to let it rest while I'm cooking the rice. Now I'm going to take out the air fryer basket, and I thought I'd have actually more juices than that on the bottom. So there aren't very many juices. I might add a little bit of water just to I'm just going to add a little bit of water in here. I'm going to show you now in a minute. just to get a little bit of the flavours out of what's dropped onto the base of the pan. And I'm going to just quickly saute my mushrooms for a minute or two. So I'm going to turn on saute. Don't forget to hit start. I've done that so many times. Can you see in there? So you see there's a little bit of the meat dropped down. So I just put a tiny bit of water in just to get those flavours so I can add the mushrooms. It's not really going to be frying the mushrooms because it's not oil, but I'm just going to toss them quickly in this, and then I'm going to add my rice and my water. Okay, so add my little mushrooms. And I don't even know how many mushrooms I did, guys. Do as many as you'd like. And I sliced and then halved. So I'm just going to coat them in those juices and let them saute for a moment. Now remember, guys, when you're cooking your rice, there's a lot of water in mushrooms, so you're going to have to reduce your water by that amount. Normally, with basmati rice, it's 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of water. Now, I'm not going to be using water, I'm going to be using chicken stock. But when you've washed the rice, I never put a full 2 cups in. I usually put in about 1 3/4 cups because there already is water on the rice after washing it, and it makes for perfect rice. So now that I have mushrooms in, and mushrooms have water, I'm going to put 1 cup of rice to 1.5 cups of chicken stock. Okay, so now we're starting to sizzle a little bit there. So I'm just going to cook the mushrooms down a tiny bit. I know they're going to get cooked with the rice, but I don't necessarily want them boiled. I'd like to have a bit of sauteing done on them before I cook them. This is purely experimental, guys, remember that. But sure, how else would recipes be invented if we didn't experiment, right? So you can hear it there starting to sizzle up. I thought I would have got more juices from the meat. Now we're going to pressure cook the rice, guys. Obviously we're not going to air fry it, so we're going to need our other lid. If you don't like mushrooms, guys, you could just use the chicken stock with the rice. We just love our mushrooms. Just give them another minute. And then I'm going to add my rice and my chicken stock. So 8 minutes seems to be the most popular time for cooking rice. So see here, guys, we've got some nice juices now coming out of the mushrooms. So now I'm going to add in my rice. So 1 cup of rice washed, and as the mushrooms give out water, I'm going to put 1.5 cups of chicken stock. So 1. Oh, okay, I suppose we'll put extra in. Okay, now we're going to put our, oops, I'm going to give that a stir. I'm going to put my pressure cooker lid on. Okay, I can't do this because of the camera stand. That's because I'm putting it on backwards. I'm putting it on backwards, there we go. So just knock that off. So now I'm going to pressure cook on, oh actually I need to knock off the saute. Pressure cook, and it's going to be 8 minutes on high. Can you guys see the, oh you can't even see the screen, hang on. Okay, let's start that again. So I'm going to pressure cook, 8 minutes on high, start. So I shall be back to you when that is cooked. Okay guys, our rice is cooked. So I set a timer, so that took about 11.5 minutes. So it took about, what was that, 2.5 minutes to reach the pressure. Oh, so like as always, we have our button here, and I'm going to release. So it has released. I can now open my lid, and let's have a look. Now, did it work? Yeah, relatively, but it smells good. Can you guys see it? So I'll let you know how it tastes. It actually smells good. Okay, so let's serve this baby up. Okay, let's move this back. And let's carve my meat. And to see how the meat is done. Oh, the juices coming out of the meat are beautiful. Can you see what I'm doing? Okay, so let's carve up the meat. I'm going to actually just use this little knife. So I'm going to just take it off of here. Look at all the juices that came out of the meat. Let's just slice these into medallions. It's perfectly cooked. Okay, dish out the rice. And let's lay our pork on top. And guys, I just tasted the pork. It is to die for. It is so good. Now I'm going to taste the rice and I'll tell you, and I'll give you my honest opinion of the rice, okay? Because this was purely experimental. It's actually a bit bland. It needs some salt on it. I didn't add any salt into it. The mushrooms are good, but the salt, definitely needs salt. It's not the most flavoursome. You know, you can get a hint of the chicken stock, like you'd know it wasn't boiled in water. But definitely I think if I had added salt, it would definitely taste better. Maybe a bit of salt and pepper would have been delicious in it. It's fine. It's certainly edible. And I know Kieran will like it because he likes dry rice dishes. So all in all, guys, I think it was a success. Just a little more seasoning next time. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you've learned something today. And if you wouldn't mind giving me that thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. If you could subscribe to my channel, that would be amazing. And guys, if you have any questions or comments, please don't forget to ask below. You have a wonderful day. Thank you.